chief leader. I'm a chief leader. I'm a chief leader. I'm a chief leader. I'm a chief leader.
Welcome back to Me the Innovator. Do you remember learning about innovation in our last video? Let's recap it together. Innovation means to create something new and different to solve a problem, or changing the way that we do something to make life better, faster, and cost less money. From our last video, we learned about the history of innovations such as the telephone, airplane, printing press, steam engine, and computer, all of which have helped society move forward by addressing some of its issues that society faces. So we've used so many big words over the last few lessons. Do you know what the difference between an innovation and an innovator is? Well, an innovator is the person who creates a new idea or product to solve a problem, and the innovation is what they created. So let's test it. This is the innovator, and this is the innovation. Thomas Edison, the light bulb. This is the innovator, and this is the innovation. Richard Pierce, the airplane. Do you remember the 7 steps of innovation from our last video? An innovator goes through the 7 magic steps when creating a product. First, ask yourself, what do I know? 2, imagine and think about all the ideas and knowledge that you know about the problem. 3, plan your solution to solve the problem. 4, create a solution. 5, test your solution. 6, make any changes to our invention. And 7, share your ideas and what you've learned. An innovator practices curiosity, creativity, collaboration, and resilience. Now, let's travel back in time and explore how Māori and Pasifika people were amazing inventors in their own way. So, how did Māori and Pasifika people use innovation? Our tipuna, or ancestors, were smart and inventive, even without all the fancy technology that we have today. Technology are things that have been created by humans that can make our lives easier and help us to solve problems. Did you know that while Europeans used stoves to cook, we came up with our own way or innovation for cooking? Māori traditionally cooked in underground steam ovens called Hungi. Back in the day, our ancestors cooked food like fish and kumara, sweet potato, in a pit dug in the ground. Nowadays, we cook all sorts of things in a Hungi, like pork, lamb, potato, pumpkin, and cabbage. Originally, Hungi were wrapped in flax leaves, but now we use mutton cloth, aluminium foil, and wire baskets for our Hungi. These baskets are placed on hot stones at the bottom of a hole dug into the ground. The food is covered with a wet cloth and a mound of dirt that traps the heat from the stones. The Hungi is left in the ground for about 3 to 4 hours, depending on how much food there is. And when it's ready, we can dig it back up and the food is ready to eat. An umu is a very similar thing to a Hungi, but instead of cooking it underground, the umu is cooked above ground. However, the idea is the same. Check out this video by CoconetTV about making an umu.
Kalofa, and my name is Chris Solomona, and today I'm going to show you how to make an umu. So follow me. Firstly, doing an umu, we gotta have lots of firewood this size. We gotta have lots of coconut husk, dry ones. We gotta have lots of coconut shells, dry ones, because we're gonna build a huge fire. The more firewood that goes in it, the better the rocks will be heated up. Now we've got the fire going. We've got all the firewood on top of it. Now the next step is the rocks. Now the rocks are ready to go, all heated up. Now the boys are getting ready to put the food in it. Then the next thing that we do is cover it up with as much green leaves as possible to make sure no steam will escape. We have to stamp down the edges to make sure the leaf will sit down and, it won't, no steam will escape out of it. Well, the way it looks, everything is cooked. Wish you can smell it from there. Right now, tasty.
Sharing a hangi or an umu feast is more than just about the food. It's about showing manakitanga, which means hospitality and kindness to others. It's a special way to bring people together and share good times. The kopa, also known as tawhiri, is a traditional juicing machine made of woven flax. It squeezes tea toki berries to extract juice used for medicine. Another area we are expert inventors in is wayfinding and exploring. Europeans used maps to explore, but Māori and Pacific read the patterns of the stars, the ocean currents, and the flight patterns of birds to navigate. We've also been expert canoe builders, building the most incredible canoes. These inventions were more than just clever ideas, they were essential to the way of their life. Our ancestors were brilliant innovators, finding solutions that were practical and deeply connected to our culture and environment. Thank you for learning with La Langa Toolbox, and see you guys next time!
I'm a chief leader. I'm a chief leader. I'm a chief leader.